Okay, so in our last video, we ended the video by talking about, do you really want your child to be you? And what did we mean by that? You know,
Right.
It's such an interesting topic. Something we talk about a lot is we are dads, man. We spend a lot of time focusing on our children. Now we spend a lot of time working too, because I believe Kev and I are both on the same playing field, is that we want to become legendary. We will become legendary. Hey, what's up guys? Coach JV from 3T Fitness. Do us a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button. Also hit the like button. And right down here, hit the notification button. That way you can be alerted on all our videos. And we want to create a legacy for our family that lasts a lifetime. But do you really want your kids to be you? I think it's something that stands out a lot with parents, and they're pushing their kids to be them. Pushing their kids to do what they want them to do. Pushing them to go to a certain school. Pushing them to do a certain sport. Pushing them to do this. Now, is that right or wrong? I don't know. But what I really believe within my soul and how I feel as a human being is that when I became the best version of myself was 2 years ago. When I literally jumped out of corporate America and I said, screw it. I'm not listening to anybody else but my heart and my gut. Up until that point, I had a line that was driven by my father that I always was trying to impress my father. Was always trying to make my dad proud. Always trying to make my dad proud. Was always worried about what my dad would think. Now that's a respectful thing to do, right? But at some point, our children have to evolve into the best version of themselves, and we want to give them permission and the right to not have to impress us anymore, because if they're spending their time trying to impress us, then are they really manifesting who they're truly supposed to be? If there's a fear-based management of that child, are they really being the best version of themselves?
Right. No, man. No. And it's funny. I hate scare tactics. Like I don't appreciate that at all. So I definitely don't appreciate any of that. But on a different spectrum, like, yeah, because that's weird, dude, because I feel like I did that a lot too. And it's more like, I don't know, I guess wanting some type of confirmation for a long period of time. But
Sure.
You just saying that just made me really think, like, okay, wait a second, like, yeah, why keep up that expectation? Why keep up that, because it doesn't, yeah, you just have to be you and appreciate what you created and what you're doing, and you don't need confirmation from anybody. It's kind of weird, man.
It's weird, and it's called patterns. It's something that we've identified by training hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, that there is something called a generational pattern. There has to be science to it. There's patterns that repeat over and over again, whether it's alcoholism, maybe drug addictions, sometimes depression, sometimes passes on from generation to generation because it's something that's ingrained in the child's subconscious mind. I'm not a scientist nor a doctor, but I can see patterns within my own family with things that I've experienced, and I don't want those same things to happen to my children, because some of the things that I went through personally trying to impress other people, literally 13 years ago, almost killed me. And so would I want my child to be the same version of me, or do I want them to evolve into a better version? And as we talked about in the last video, is fathers stepping up and taking the responsibility of creating a life in a child. If you create a life in a child, do you really want it to evolve into what you are? Now, maybe you're the best thing since sliced bread. Maybe you're the perfect human being, and that would be the image of perfection, but I don't think that's how it works. And, you know, aren't we supposed to evolve and grow? And look how far we've come. In the 1950s, look at athletes versus now.
Yeah.
So these are people who allowed those people to evolve. Now, in my belief system, I think the lack of allowing someone to evolve to be the best person or the best version of themselves is your own ego. It's really your own ego edging good out of that human being, because if you try to stop someone from being the best version of themselves, you're literally just manifesting your own insecurity onto that human being to stop them from surpassing you. Let's resonate on that for a moment. I mean, that's my own reality and truth. Wouldn't you agree? So if I'm going to you, Kev, and I'm like, you know what, Kev? You know, you shouldn't do that, man. You shouldn't do that. I'm trying to impose my belief system on you when you're going on this trajectory, but where it's coming from is a place of, I want to stop you because I know that you can be better than me, and maybe you can take some of my market share, what I'm trying to create here, and you're a threat to me now. So I want to stop you, and I want to make you feel as low as me, because isn't that what bullying is?
Pretty much.
Isn't that what talking down to somebody is? And that would be like, oh, Kev, you know, you need to hit the gym, or you need to do this. Oh, you've been working out. And a lot of guys do this. Sorry, I'm going off now.
No, you good.
So a lot of guys do this, okay? I have very few friends around me probably because of this, because a lot of guys do this. all the guys get together and what do? Oh, hey bro, oh, you're he-whooped, you're this, you're that. They're clowning. Oh man, you got long hair, looking like a girl, still looking like a girl. Oh, you bow down to your girl, and it goes on and on and on. Do you know what that is, guys? It's called insecurity. It's called insecurity. And so a lot of parents do that to their children because their children are powerful beyond measure.
Yeah.
You created that. You created that little monster. Manifest it, let it roll. So I think that's where we started with our conversation in the last video around dad stepping up, right? Dad, you created life. You created life, my friend. And you're over here partying or doing what you do or jumping from job to job, avoiding child support, and you created life. Where's that insecurity coming from? And you're still sleeping with other women? How irresponsible is that? You haven't even taken care of the responsibility first. So I'm gonna hand it over to you for a moment in regards to this, and it's just,
Man, yeah,
deep
it's
stuff.
It is.
Yeah.
It's interesting because, now I feel like now fathers are probably gonna be needed more than ever. And at the same time, this is some pretty crucial training for a lot of people. Like to be able to, it's one thing to be able to go to work and do what you gotta do and come back and the dishes are, everything's all done and you know what I mean, but it's a whole nother thing to wake up and everybody's there every day. It's a totally different, I'm just now experiencing, it's a totally different situation. Like I'm waking up with my son now and I'm like, whoa, we gotta do something. Like we gotta figure something out. I gotta make sure that he plays before nap time. Like all of these different responsibilities all of a sudden are just now like, okay, now it's not just, taking to daycare, go to work and go like that, but it's what we're trying to do is help you to understand that you as a father, I mean, man, even if it's starting off as once a week, maybe it's scary for certain people, you know what I mean? Maybe it's scary because they did put a whole new life and that's a lot of responsibility. That could be another thing, but it's still, you still gotta, because even though what I've learned in my past history is even though I had saw glimpses of like maybe my pops disappearing or messing up or something like that, I held this ridiculous high esteem, ridiculous high esteem the whole time. The kids are they're gonna do that. That's just how that's just how we work.
That's powerful, man. Yeah, think about that. So why are we bringing this up on a fitness channel? Why are we bringing this? Because it's a leadership channel. We're in times that we've never been in, historical times right now. We need leaders to step up, future leaders. Our world is falling apart right now. We need to come up, we need to rise up, we need to cower, but we're also going to be piled on top of each other. And so leadership is going to matter right now. Being calm, showing that leadership, showing that resolve. And maybe you don't have a relationship with your child, and I want to stop for just a moment and say, some of you, it's not truly your fault because maybe you're repeating the pattern of your father or your mother and it's repeating over and over again and your father wasn't involved, but it doesn't mean you have to create the pattern.
Right.
It doesn't mean that you have to do the same thing. And like you said, it might be uncomfortable. Maybe you don't know how to love properly. Maybe it feels uncomfortable to hug, but like I said, drop off a box of diapers. Start to soften the relationship a little bit and know that it's not about you. And here's one thing I want to say about relationships too. When attacks come from the former partners back and forth, to include me, to my exes, those happen, right? There was an emotional connection between you two human beings. You created life. You created life together. There's an emotional connection. There is a draw together, and the two people have different human beings, and we don't. But right now we're going solo for a while. We're running the solo train for a while, man. We're going monk mode for a couple years. But anyways, just here nor there. But we're warriors. We're going to be superheroes. But anyways, so what happens is you now have another male in your female's life as a male. That's hard. It really is hard. Now you got another male in your son's life or another male in your daughter's life. That's a tough thing to deal with, man. But remember, it's not about you. You guys made the conscious decision to leave, or it was maybe unresolved or something happened, but you still created life. And that's what it's about. And I would hope that the other human beings on the other side, if you're making an effort, that's all you can do. And I'll end with my part and I'll pass over to you, but all you can do is control this paradigm within yourself. You can only control your feeling and vibration towards your child. It doesn't matter what the other person says. It doesn't matter if they bash you. It doesn't matter if the new person in the relationship has a poor relation towards you and is jealous. It only matters the vibration and feeling that you have for that child and that love you have for the child. You have a DNA connection with that child, a connection that can go from here to them across the world. Know that. And if you start to focus positivity on the other spouse, old ex-spouse, maybe their new lover or the person in their life, and you start to think positive about them, Kev is a beautiful role model for me. We talk all the time. He's like, let's just talk positive about our exes. Let's talk positive about our exes. Let's talk positive about our exes. Let's talk positive. He just said that the other day. It was yesterday, right? Yeah. He's like, let's just talk positive. Let's just talk positive. And we talk positive, but he's like, let's go harder. Let's go harder. You know, that's what we do. Because what it does, it creates an internal vibration within us so that we react differently in situations, and it helps. And men, I'm going to leave with this and pass over to Kev for a leadership message. Men, surround yourself with good men. If you're a father, surround yourself with good men that are talking highly about women, that are stepping up and being fathers. If you want to be a great father, hang around fathers. If you want to be a great man, hang around great men. And it's proven that with the 10 people you hang out with, you're going to make within $10,000 of them, or you're going to end up like them. So if you want to be a good father, you probably shouldn't be going to happy hour every night. You shouldn't be hitting the club. You shouldn't be drinking. You shouldn't be smoking. Those are things that are reserved for celebration. The celebration is life that you created, and it's time to step up, fathers.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that because that's pretty much it in a nutshell, man.
Love you guys.
Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you want a topic that you want discussed by Coach JV and Kevin, go ahead and write it in the comments. Otherwise, we'll see you next time with our next topic.
Hey, what's up guys? Coach JV from 3T Fitness. Do us a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button. Also hit the like button. And right down here, hit the notification button. That way you can be alerted on all our videos. Also, if you want to see something on this YouTube channel, leave it down in the comments below. We may just do your video.